Stipendo Rainbow Project is an initiative that absolutely empowers young people by allowing them to take part in the Clipper Yacht Race. Now that race sails all across the world. Joining me on Skype is Lebelang Malobele from Soweto. She's going to share her experiences with us. Now she took part in the race last year. Lebelang, now for people who are watching who don't really know what's entailed in sailing, can you explain to us what you were doing daily on that leg from New York to London?
Oh my God, it was every day it was something different. When there was no wind, well, you would just sit and you would sing or like start talking for a really long time, or people would be silent for days and you'd wonder what they're thinking about. Because I know I was thinking about going back home.
Now, what's sailing like? Is it hard?
Yeah, physically, yes, it's challenging, but not so much physically. But you know, when you have to prepare mentally, emotionally, you have to give it your all, and that's difficult considering the circumstances you're under, and you have to adapt to this new environment, and you don't want to go there and be sulky and sad all the time because that's negative energy, and nobody needs that in a small space.
Now, how many days were you on the water for?
I was the longest was 2 weeks at sea, and then I spent another 4 days and another 2 days.
Okay.
So in total, yeah, nearly a month.
Now, what was training like?
Training was very intense, more intense than the race itself. It pushes you, you know, that's where you see how strong you are. The body and mind of a person are two very important tools, and I respect mine because they've been tested and I've passed the test, I think. So because I've managed to go through this challenge and come out a new Lebalang, an improved one, I think that's amazing.
That's inspiring to hear. Now, tell me about your life before you joined the project. What were you doing?
I was looking for a job. I had just graduated from UJ, so finding a job was quite a mission. So I would, in my spare time, go volunteer. So before the race and applying for it, I was volunteering at various schools for children with learning disabilities, and I think that's what makes me want to continue to give back because even though I went there for the sailing, it was not just about that. I was doing it for a cause, and that's what kept me motivated and committed so much because there were people who were relying on me to go on that race and raise funds.
Now, where do the funds raised from the race go?
They go to the charity.
Is it a different charity each year?
Yes.
Okay, so I know the Stipendo Rainbow Project are currently looking for 8 young people to take part in the race next year. What kind of people are you looking for?
People between the ages of 18 and 24. Anyone who wants to take on a new challenge, anyone who knows that they're comfortable in a very foreign environment around strangers. It's basically not all about what qualification you have. We just want you and to bring your best character on board.
Now, I read that you actually have a fear of water.
Yes.
How on earth did you get on a boat and sail for 2 weeks if you have a fear of water?
You know, I don't know how I did it. I just got onto that boat. Hey? I got onto that boat, and 2 days after that, I forgot I have fear for water.
Well, that's good. Are you able to swim? Since you have a fear of water, I wouldn't think that you could swim. Can you swim?
Oh, I can't swim.
Were you afraid of falling into the water?
You know, funny enough, I wasn't afraid because, like, I knew that this life jacket would keep me afloat somehow. So possibilities of me drowning are not there. And we practiced a man overboard. So I knew that I could rely on my team if something drastic were to happen.
Now, tell me about the people you're working with on the boat, because I know each of the Sapinda Rainbow Project youths gets placed with a very experienced team. What was it like working with them?
Um, it was fun. It was quite funny because you look at older people in a very different way when you're on land, and when you're on that boat, they're not so different. They're just the same as you. You'd be surprised, and you'd actually laugh at some of the things that they do. They're interesting.
Now, as a Sapinda Rainbow Project ambassador, what's your role moving forward? What are you going to do with the organization?
We're going to be recruiting, all eight of us. We're going to be doing the recruitment process for the next ambassadors. And also, we're going to be doing our own project to give back to our communities.